Yeah, just the last chapter to do and I've finished my masterpiece, Sid.
So, that's your autobiography, Hancock. You've been writing that for years. Been stuck in a drawer for months. What's it called?
Anthony Aloysius Hancock, of course. What do you think I'd call it? The Life and Times of Harry Potter? Sid James or Marilyn Monroe?
Is that all? Just Anthony Aloysius Hancock?
No, I think I've just come up with the rest of the title, Sid. Anthony Aloysius Hancock, The Early Years.
Early years? How many pages is it, for heaven's sake?
1,487 to be precise. I might have overrun a bit.
It sounds like you've overrun a hell of a lot. What period of your life does it cover, for Christ's sake?
Well, the clue is in the title, Sid. It's my early childhood, of course. That's the early years bit. Up to the age of 4.5.
So you've written over 1,400 pages about your life before you even went to school. What is it? War and Flaming Peace?
Don't you go knocking Tolstoy, Sid James. Everyone has a go at the poor fellow. Anything longer than a page and a half, it's, what's this, War and Peace? He did write a short story or so, I'm told.
Yeah, what was it called then?
Peace.
So, what's your epic autobiography about then, Hancock?
Yes, indeed, Sid. A lot was happening in my early days. We Hancocks were very busy. A band of fifth-generation itinerant showmen. Gypsies we were, travelling from town to town. It was a travelling circus, you see. My parents had a juggling act. They were circus folk. We had a couple of tigers and some elephants.
Nah, you've made all that up. That's a lot of nonsense. I met your mum.
You leave my mum out of this. How dare you? This is a verisimilitude of my life. I'm very protective about this. This is my legacy. I've laid my soul bare in these pages. It's the real me, butt naked.
Your dad was a comic who did the working men's clubs.
Shush.
And your mother ran a pub in Birmingham.
Shush. You'll laugh on the other side of your face, Sid James, when I'm doing This Is Your Life with Michael Aspel. This is the first episode of the Big Red Book, and there'll be several more.
You've got it all wrong. They do the research on the programme, Hancock. They'll see through all your lies.
There are no lies in Anthony Aloysius Hancock, The Early Years. Maybe a bit of local colour, a few brushstrokes and embellishments here and there to appeal to the reader.
Well, good luck, Hancock. I bet you haven't got a publisher, though.
Not yet, but I expect they'll be fighting outside my door very shortly. I'm open to the highest offer. It should be a bestseller. I expect a publisher like Virago will snap it up just like that.
Virago's a publisher for women only.
It doesn't matter. I'll change me name to Tony with an I. They'll never notice. I'll say me sister wrote it.
And they're gonna want more than the first 5 years of your life, aren't they?
When you've lived as interesting a life as what I have, 5 years is a lot to be getting on with. There'll be a further 10 volumes or so. It will rival Proust Temps Pondered.
I think you mean Le Recherche de Temps Perdu.
Ooh, hark at him. Yes, that's him. He wrote that one as well. I'll be known as the English Proust.
Oh, well, good luck to you. I'll leave you to finish it off then, Mr. Proust. Wake up, Tony. Are you all right?
Yes, I think so. Whoever you are. My, you've got a funny face. Such a big nose and those ears.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hancock. You can cut the gags. I think you've just had a bit of a bash on the noggin. A touch of concussion.
Yes, I'll be all right. Just leave me to sit here. Thank you, Mr.
It's me, Sid. Sid James. I'd better call an ambulance. You're not joking, are you? I live here for the last 10 years.
Oh, well, I'm sure my memory will come back in a minute. Right, I'll be off home now.
Wait a minute. You live here, you and me, for the last 10 years. Number 23 Railway Cuttings, East Cheam.
East Cheam? Sounds very quaint. Cotswolds. Or is it the Forest of Dean? Very nice. We're steering around the porch, have we? Are we married?
I'd better call a doctor. They'll help jog your memory. And there's this.
What's that? Anthony Aloysius Hancock, The Early Years.
That's your autobiography. You've nearly finished it. Start reading it while we wait for the doctor.
Tony Hancock. Funny name, never heard of him. He's English.
That's you. Just sit there and read. You'll need your memory back to finish it.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Oh, I take it that the gentleman with the rather vacant expression is the patient.
Ah, that's me. That's him over there. Tony Hancock of Hancock's Half Hour. You know, you've seen it, I suppose. It's on the BBC.
No, can't say I have. Television? Oh, don't watch it, Mr. James. I'm too busy saving lives for anything so trivial. Oh, and this lovely lady here is Midwife Jacques.
I didn't ask for a midwife. He's not pregnant.
Oh, you may think so, Mr. James, but are you a doctor? You just never know these days. You can't be too careful. No, it wasn't clear from your telephone call. You said he had a bump.
Yeah, a bump. A bump on the head. He fell down the stairs and hit his head at the bottom.
You know that, Mr. James, but it might have been the other sort of bump. You know, preggers.
But he's a fella. Us lot, we don't get pregnant, do we?
You know that, Mr. James, but you said Tony Hancock. That's a girl's name as well. I'm afraid you can't generalise anymore. It's a gender-fluid age we live in.
If he was pregnant, I'd have said so, wouldn't I?
Well, you can't be too careful. Is there anywhere I can wash my hands, Mr. James?
We've got the bathroom, but why do you want to wash your hands?
For the inspection, of course.
Sydney, what's the nice lady saying? Is it my sister come round with some chicken broth?
You see, you've upset him now. He's lost his memory and he's just about to complete the first part of his autobiography. I think he's on the last page.
Well, we'd better test your memory then, Mr. Hancock. I'm a doctor come to help you. You won't remember me because you've never seen me before in your life. But what day is it?
I don't know. You're the doctor. You tell me. All right, I'll take a punt. I think it's January.
No, stop messing about. That's the month. I want to know the day, you know. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
What's a month, doctor? I'm afraid me head's spinning.
Oh dear, Mr. James. Oh, he has had a big bump on his head, hasn't he? I'm not sure there's anything I can do. He seems to be completely round the bend.
You must be able to help him, Doctor. Do something.
I suppose I could test his reflexes with his hammer. Or I could ask him another question, if you like. I'll make it a bit easy for him. He says he's writing his autobiography. Mr. Hancock, Tony, where were you born?
Tuesday.
Oh, stop messing about. Oh, this is getting like a Two Ronnie sketch. Oh, don't be so daft.
I thought you said you didn't watch the telly, Doctor.
Only the good stuff. I like the Two Ronnies. Got some funny lines, unlike that Hancock rubbish. Oh, Nurse Jacques, perhaps you'd like to go. Shall I do an inspection now, Doctor? I've got my rubber gloves on. No, I don't think that will be necessary, although you could give his prostate a nice once-over in a minute. I have mine done regularly. It's most important. It does tickle a little bit, though. Mr. Hancock, you know Mr. James here, don't you?
Ah! No, I've never seen him before in me life. Who is he? Is he after me fortune?
You haven't got a flaming fortune, Hancock.
Stop calling me that. There you are, he's taking it. What did I tell you? All gone. The last of the Hancocks has had his entire wealth stolen by his butler, Sid James.
I'm not a butler.
I'm going to the loo. All this talk of prostates. Excuse me.
I don't recommend it. Have a prostate examination before you go. It might clear your head a bit.
Oh no, he's gone and done it again. It's that loose steroid. I told him to fix it.
Oh yes, I think he's had it this time. Oh, he doesn't half look funny.
He always looks funny.
Oh, there you are, Sid. What's happening? Who are these people?
You've just come round, Tony. You've had a bit of a fall. In fact, you've had two falls.
2 falls, a submission and a knockout, eh, Sid? I'm all right, Sid. Just a little bruised. No harm done.
Oh, good, but just to make sure, I'll ask you another question, and if you say All Green Birmingham, I'll lamp you one. Do you know where you live, Mr. Hancock?
Of course I do. I'm here, aren't I? If I didn't know where I lived, I wouldn't be here, would I? It's 23 railway cuttings, if you must know.
And what do you do for a living?
I am a comedy artiste, as you well know. Something you have aspired to in the past, Sid James, and fallen well short of, I must say.
Hancock's back. It's okay. You two can go now. Thank you, Dr. Snide and Nurse Jake.
Just one more thing, Mr. Hancock. See this book here?
Aloysius Hancock, The Early Years. What on earth's that? Never seen it before in my life. Who did that load of rubbish then?
Oh, no.